After the political corruption of All the King's Men, the Oscars turned their attention to a different kind of ambition. All About Eve was directed by Joseph L. Mankiewicz and stars an incredible ensemble cast, including Bette Davis, Anne Baxter, Celeste Holm, and Thelma Ritter. All four of these actresses received Oscar nominations, making it one of the most celebrated casts in Academy history. The story follows aging Broadway star Margot Channing, who one night meets an adoring young fan named Eve Harrington backstage after a performance. Touched by Eve's devotion, Margot welcomes her into her personal and professional life. At first, Eve seems kind, humble, and grateful for the opportunity. But as she becomes more involved in Margot's world, it slowly becomes clear that her admiration may not be entirely innocent. The story in All About Eve is expertly paced. It slowly pulls you in without you even noticing. Eve begins as a sweet and sympathetic young woman, but as the film progresses, her true intentions gradually become clear. By the end, we realize she never wanted Margot's friendship. She wanted her career, her status, and ultimately, her time in the spotlight. And then there's Bette Davis as Margot Channing. She's incredible. Margot is one of the best written female characters I've seen in any film from this time. Beneath her confidence is a deep insecurity about aging and being replaced by the younger generation. She constantly doubts her own worth, despite being loved and respected by those around her, and that insecurity causes many of the film's conflicts. And the supporting cast are excellent too. George Sanders is wonderfully slimy as theatre critic Addison DeWitt, while Anne Baxter makes Eve both charming and unsettling at the same time. This film also features one of Marilyn Monroe's earliest screen appearances. It's only a small role, but even with limited screen time, she has a natural charisma that's impossible to ignore. You can already see the future star she would become. My one issue with the film is Eve herself. She's so manipulative and calculating that I found her frustrating to watch at times. If you saw my review of Mutiny on the Bounty, you'll know I'm generally not a fan of irredeemable villains, and Eve is no exception. Now, to be fair, that's exactly what the film is trying to achieve, and it's a testament to both the writing and Anne Baxter's performance that she got under my skin so effectively. But that doesn't necessarily make it an enjoyable viewing experience for me. The film won 6 Oscars: Best Picture, Best Director for Joseph L. Mankiewicz, Best Supporting Actor for George Sanders, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Sound, and Best Black and White Costume Design. The film is widely regarded as one of the greatest ever made. Its sharp dialogue, memorable characters, and exploration of fame, ambition, and aging have allowed it to remain remarkably fresh for more than 70 years. Many critics still consider it one of the finest films about show business ever made, but personally I'm just going to give it 3.5 stars. There's no denying that All About Eve is an expertly made film. The performances are amazing, the characters are memorable, and it's easy to see why it's considered a classic. But while I do respect it a great deal, I never quite connected with it on the same level as some of the other Best Picture winners I've seen.